Plaintiff Stevie McDuffie says he was a drug addict for years, but he hasn't touched drugs since his last incarceration in 2014. Stevie is suing his friend because while he went on vacation, he asked her to move his car, and instead she went on a joyride and crashed it. Defendant Lisa Armstrong says she has used drugs all of her life, and she and Stevie met in a recovery program. However, Lisa is still struggling with her addiction and says she's ready to get help.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Okay, I used to be a crackhead back in the 20s.
In the 1920s?
No, when in my 20s, Judge.
Say he's the founder.
I said no, back in my 20s.
In your 20s?
In my 20s. I crystal meth, heroin, cocaine, powder.
How did you overcome it?
I went to the penitentiary. I've been to the penitentiary 5 times. But my last penitentiary thing, it was like August 2nd of 2014. I got released January 31st of 2014, haven't looked back since.
So when you're in the penitentiary, they got drugs there, so...
I didn't use. I went to Sheridan.
Where?
I went to Sheridan.
Sheridan, okay.
Right. And you know they got the drug program there, and they say follow their suggestion.
All right.
And so from January 31st of 2014, I followed their direction. And I was going to AA meeting. That's why I come across Ms. Armstrong.
Good.
And
still go to AA?
Yes, I do. I go to AA every chance I get that. I don't babysit my great nieces and nephews. I go to my meetings.
Why didn't you go to NA? Why didn't you go to NA instead of AA?
I go to NA,
anything with an A in it.
Anything that's gonna help me. Anything that's gonna help me. That's what I do.
Good man. That's how you stay clean. That's what people need to hear. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Saying one, the judges, y'all need to make sure, and corrections departments, prison, the Bureau of Prisons needs to make sure we have drug rehab in prison. And secondly, when they come out, order them to continue with NA. And then those who are drug-free when you come out, make sure you continue to go to NA. How many times a day did you go when you first got off drugs?
I went every day, Monday through Friday.
Sometimes
some
go
weekends
twice a
I
day.
go. Right, yeah. Yes.
But every day?
Every day, I went every day.
For how many years?
From the time I came home, I go every day.
You still go every day?
I still go right now today.
Every day?
Every day.
Wow. And I know you. Some of the people in the fellowship don't agree with my approach. So I'm gonna ask your opinion. But then I'm gonna probably tell you my results, and I'll put them up against the NA results of their recovery record. Because when I call folks crackheads, and only do that, but if you were in here lying, and I could tell you're lying, and you've hurt somebody else with your lies and with your drug and crack addiction, and you keep damaging other people, I gotta give you a little humiliation, tough love, with emphasis on the love. I'm gonna call you that. And then they get embarrassed in front of the nation and their community, and they say, I'm gonna straighten up. I didn't know I was gonna feel this bad about it. Now, is that helpful or not? You tell me, in your opinion. Or what the fellowship, y'all mad at me? Some of them say they love me. Some of them say it works. Some in the fellowship say, well, you mean? So you one of them?
No, I'm not. I like your style. I watch you every day, Judge, man.
And my style in terms of trying to get people to go into rehab, that's a good approach.
Right.
From a recovering addict who goes to NA every day.
Every day.
There you go. All right, hope y'all listening to that. He calling them people crackheads. He's horrible. Oh. Let me get some background from you.
Hi, I've been in and out of penitentiary. I've used drugs all my life too. I go to treatment center. That's how I met Stevie at a NAAA meeting. I've been to recovery once before. I'm 54 years old. I'm doing a whole lot better than what I used to do. And I thanks to Stevie that I got the power that I'm at now. and I'm trying to do better.
Yeah, you're struggling to get off drugs
Yes.
still, it sounds like. Yeah, I'm glad you admitted that. You probably know the judge gonna know. He can tell when you're using or not. For some reason, so I'm glad you're honest. That's the first step in recovery,
Yes.
is admit that you have a problem and then try and do something about that problem. So let's get to this second part of recovery. If you're really ready for recovery, you ready to do something about that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love it. All right. All right. Do you want to mention your drug of choice? It's not important because you might find it embarrassing, and you are not to be embarrassed because you have done what folks who are addicted to drugs should do. Admit it and seek help. And that's what you're doing. I would never call you out your name.
Thank you. I smoke crack,
you're
Your Honor.
recovering, I'd
crack.
say, Lisa, the recovering Armstrong. Lisa Recovery, that just make it your middle name.
I was going to AA meeting. That's why I come across Miss Armstrong. And
Still go to AA?
yes, I do. I go to
How
AA every chance I get that. I don't babysit my great nieces and nephews. I go to my meetings.
Why didn't you go to NA?
Well,
Why didn't you go to NA instead
I
of
go to
AA?
NAAA.
Anything with an A in
Anything
it.
that's gonna help me.
Plaintiff Stevie McDuffie is suing his friend, who admits that she is struggling with a drug addiction.
And so our staff are going to work with you, and they're going to determine what to advise you. Well, they'll put you with a rehab center that will, in your town, that's what we do, that will advise you on the type of care that you need.
Okay.
And then they're going to follow up with me and let me hear what happened. They're going to analyze whether you're working full-time. So if you're not working full-time and you don't have minors that you're caring for or elderly that you're caring for, they may request or suggest that you come in-home or in-house treatment.
Yes, sir.
On the other hand, it might be that you could only go to therapy sessions a couple of times a week with a drug rehabilitation counselor and then NA every day. So good luck to you, but
Thank you.
I'm going to keep up with you, and you got to come back and tell me that you're doing all right, all right?
Sure will, yes, sir.
All right.
I'll
Tell me
let
what
you know.
happened here. Yes,
I'll
sir.
let you know if she go, because she right next door to me, and I try to get her to go to meetings every day with me.
Do you?
Yeah, every day.
I love it. I love it. Where are you all from? Here?
Yeah, we are west side of Chicago, K-Town,
West Side. Lord, mercy.
Carson and West End.
Tough. Tough, like my part of town in Detroit. Detroit and West Side got a lot in common.
Yes, they do. I've been in Detroit before, Your Honor.
I know, yes, they do.
I've been in Detroit before.
People talk about West Side here in Chicago pretty bad. And so when I say it
I've
got
been in Detroit
something
before.
common, they got to blurt all that out. Yes, they do. Both of them got a lot of empty houses burned out. But we got good neighborhoods, too.
Yes, sir, they
With
do.
$1 million homes.
Yes.
The chairman of General Motors don't live in the ghetto.
Right.
All right, what happened with the car repairs and the emotional distress?
Okay, this is what happened, Jan. I was out. I went to a vacation. I came across some money when I my
The
sister.
prison? How long?
No, not no prison.
Oh.
I was down with the prison January 31st,
Oh,
2014.
you know that's what they call her.
Okay, but no, it was a vacation. My first time really
You call
going
prison
somewhere.
vacation, don't they? That's where I
yes, they
come
do.
from, the hood. Huh?
No, but not with me. No, I'm coming.
School? All right, right?
Right.
Where you going? I've been to school. Where you been? School? Prison.
Yeah, they do that.
All right,
but
around.
not me.
Hey, where you been? Hey,
I mean-
vacation? Prison.
So, but what had happened, they was cleaning the streets on the side of our building where we live at. So my plane had left out early one morning.
Your what?
My plane to go to Miami. I went to Miami. The vacation I went to
Oh,
Miami.
your airplane.
Yeah.
Got it.
And so I moved the car that one day, and I asked Lisa to move the car the next day and park it on the other side where they cleaned the street already. But Lisa, to my knowledge, I said she was out crack hunting. She went joyriding in my car and had an accident. But she told me that somebody hit it in front of my old building. So when I came back in town, I went over there where she said the car got hit back. I ain't see no evidence.
What did she tell you she was going to do?
She wasn't supposed to do nothing but move it from one side of the street to the other side.
Oh, she didn't tell you the unemployment office?
No, she didn't. None of that.
That's when I got, when my car was totaled by a crackhead. He said, I'm going to the unemployment office. The police called and said there was a crack pipe in the car and insurance said they wouldn't cover it. And so now you stuck with this $15,000 ticket. Is that what happened to you?
No, what happened to me, I was stuck with this bill of all the money I had to spend. I'm on a fixed income. And she told me that the car was hit in front of my house. I couldn't find out it was hit somewhere else because my neighbor on the first floor called me and said, Lisa's still riding around in your car. You know, in our building, they tell everything, Judge Mathis. They tell everything. Good. They tell everything. You don't even need no cameras. Okay?
That's right. I like that neighborhood.
You don't need no cameras in the 2 units we in. She telling me that they got hit in front of the house, but the neighbor on the first floor called me and told me she's riding around somewhere. And so I'm thinking I'm in Miami, though. I don't know what's going on in Chicago. So the other neighbor on the second floor called me and told me, well, Stevie, I saw a skid mark all the way from Kilbourne and Madison.
Got the exact distance.
Kilbourne and Madison to Costner West End where she unrolled. You got the evidence. Look at the picture.
What picture? What page?
Look at the picture. Right. First page, page 1. No, there's 2, page 2, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm, that's it.
And when she rolled the tire off all the way from Kilbourne to Costner and West End, where she skid the street, had the little gravel in the street where she broke the concrete. If you look at the fender right there, she got another piece of red car sitting up on side of there. Then later on that night, she called me and confessed that she was out joyriding, that she had an accident.
So why is the antenna broken?
Ain't no antenna, that's my fender. Bro, you think she stole the antenna? It wasn't no antenna.
You know what they do with that antenna?
I know what you did.
Don't play crazy. You know what they do? She's like, oh my God, how you know that? Look at it. She's surprised. Got that antenna, doctor. And she get a kick out.
Oh, Lord. That's a 2000 Toyota Camry.
Oh, my God.
And I got this car, Judge Mathis. I came across some money, you know, my Social Security. I just got my Social Security going. And I asked for a hardship because I lost one of my sisters. So I was helping my family with my sister's arraignment. So I took it upon myself because I always took from my family. So I had money. I paid for my sister memorial service, gave my niece $1,500, and then paid for the repap. They had all the food cooked and everything. You know, that was just out of the love of my family because when I was using, I took from them so much. But Alicia, to my knowledge, I said she was out crack hunting. She went joyriding in my car and had an accident. But she told me that somebody hit it in front of my old building. So when I came back in town, I went over there where she said the car got hit back. I ain't see no evidence.
What did she tell you she was going to do?
She wasn't supposed to do nothing but move it from one side of the street to the other side.
Plaintiff Stevie McDuffie is suing his friend, who admits that she is struggling with a drug addiction.
You are the perfect example, at least the things you're saying today, of what a recovering addict should be. Because a big part of it is redemption. I was talking to a high-level recovering person recently, and we were talking about another recovering person who had damaged the community a lot. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, no, I know they Jesus now, but you got a lot of damage. You need to repent. Well, no, the Lord only says as long as you claim the Lord Jesus Christ, your personal Savior, that's all you need to do. No. The Bible speaks of atonement. It speaks of redemption. And it speaks of, use the words, expiate. I had to throw a big word on him. I said, it talks about expiate, which all means going to repair the damage. The best you can. You can't find everybody. But the best you can, repair the damage that you've made. And that's what you just said you've done. You said it a couple of times. I ripped off my family, so I'm repaid them every chance I can. Congratulations once again on being a model recovering addict. All right, and so tell me about the car repairs then. What did you come up with the estimate, and what has she said since then?
She told me, what is done, I'm in Miami. What is done is done. Enjoy your vacation.
Like Pilot.
Get over it. But them was not her
What's
exact.
done is done.
Get over
He lied,
it.
Your Honor.
No, I'm not.
He lied, Your Honor.
She was
I
high.
promise you, I
She
was
had to
not.
be high when she told you.
He
that.
lied.
I promise you, if I could call the girl on the second floor, she was on the phone with me.
Done is
He lied, Your
girl
Honor.
on the second floor was on
If
the
I could
phone.
call
too.
her, she would tell you exactly what she said.
I want to move in that building. I don't need that. I pay all this money for security. At my house, I need to move in that building. That'll wipe away all that. That's a whole expense. They'll tell everything. Pardon?
Judge Mathis, I'm not lying to you. The lady would tell you, she say, what is done, get over
What
it.
did you say to him, you say?
Oh, now he just blew me off.
Tell me what happened.
Tell
all
the truth.
Start
Okay.
from the beginning with the
I
car.
did boot the car that morning, okay?
Huh?
I did boot the car for the people to clean. So I was in the house. So I want to go outside and go out to the club. I got dressed, went to the club. TFC coming back home. Almost ran a light, but it was still yellow. And this is when the car hit the car. I didn't call him that night. I was too scared to call him that night. So the next morning, that Sunday morning, I called him. I think somebody hit your car. He said, what? Somebody hit your car in front of your house. Tell me a picture. So I turned
Your old house. Your old
so I
house.
turned the picture from the phone on and took a picture to him. He called back. You should the words he gave me. Ain't nobody hit my car. You ran to somebody my house. Okay, the car's hit now. See what you want me to do about it.
Go ahead. Finish.
Then I told him I was.
That doesn't sound very considerate
Thank
or
you.
decent or
Thank you.
courteous.
Thank you.
So what are you saying?
You should have expressed remorse. I'm sorry. This is terrible. So some type of emotional distress.
To him and him. But he be talking to me. When I told him about the car, when he talked to me.
Or after you told her that he talked real. After you first told him.
Yeah.
Did you come to him? I got some bad news.
No.
And I'm really sorry.
No, not
You
at
didn't
all.
preface it?
No. I just said, Steve, somebody hit your car. I didn't say I had it. I just said somebody hit it.
Excuse me, Your Honor. See, that's a lie from one. See, didn't nobody hit my car. You hit somebody else's car, and you lied to me about it. And then you gonna tell me to
Did
get
you lie
over
to him
it.
about it?
No. No,
She
Your Honor.
did.
You hit someone or they hit you?
To be honest, I don't know how it hit. How it happened. It's just two cars hit. I don't know if he hit me or I hit him. But we both.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm
Your
talking about? Judge Mathis.
All you know is two cars hit.
Physics.
And you happen to be in one of them. But other than that, you can't tell me no more than that.
Your Honor, if you look at Exhibit 2, you can see that she hit somebody. How that fender get stuck on there?
Anybody hit her.
Nobody hit me.
It would be dent in.
Right,
It was
you
that
hit,
then.
that from you hitting somebody.
We was friends, so why he got me here if we was friends?
That's a lie from one. See, didn't nobody hit my car. You hit somebody else's car, and you lied to me about it. And then you gonna tell me to
Did
get
you lie
over
to him
it.
about it?
No. No,
She
Your Honor.
did.
You hit someone or they hit you?
To be honest, I don't know how it hit. How it happened. It's just two cars hit. I don't know if he hit me or I hit him. But we both.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm
Your
talking
Honor.
about?
Plaintiff Stevie McDuffie is suing his friend, who admits that she is struggling with a drug addiction.
See, and that's why you need recovery.
Right, thank you.
Because you have damaged him and you have cost him money that you should be interested in repaying. Because you should know you were wrong, you need to be right, and you need to do right by those who you've done wrong too. Yes.
And guess what? That's why I'm here today, because she told me, she gave me $150 on the damage, you know. And then I asked her,
Laughing at that herself. Stop it.
It
Pardon?
was time for me to get the windshield fixed. So I asked her for some more money. She had did a little $2K and I got money and all that. She out kicking the bobos. She gonna tell me, take her to court, take her to Judge Mathis. That's why I'm here.
No, you know
He
you
said,
gonna
that's
lie.
my man, take me.
That she said, take her to
No,
Judge
you lying.
Mathis.
He lying, Your Honor. Now you
That's
lying
why
to
I'm
me
here.
She'll
like
get
that.
clean, that's for sure. If that's maybe that's what she meant.
I'm gonna make sure I bring them.
Yeah, man, that's what she meant. She gonna get clean. $2,855 is your judgment. She has no legal defense to paying. All right.
Thank you, Honor.
Have a good day.
All right. I told you give my money.
Okay, I'm sorry. You get our friendship back now.
We always gonna be friends. I'll cook dinner for you tomorrow.
I ain't hungry.
Okay, yes you will be.